Okay, now I think our handle sounds like an Ariana Grande album. Miss me forever.
You're gonna miss me forever, ever, ever. Change is good. You can either run from it or learn from it.
And then
he goes to hit him again, and Simba ducks. We're a Manderland. And I will say that to the audience as well. If you liked Motherland...
That's quite a funny analogy.
It's relaunch week, motherfuckers. This is what relaunch looks like. Welcome to the new shape of Miss Me, the new Miss Me era, if you will. I better not end with a smash.
That's
crashing and burning. That's not the right sound, Jordan.
It is.
No, we need something that goes up in the air and then sounds like a firework, not something that is falling to the ground and exploding in tragedy. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. Now, if you saw the deadline, that's a bit naff.
But it's people know what's going on.
Yeah, true say. Well, yeah. I'm not above a... What's it called again?
Sorry, there's just loads of sound effects now. It's the DJ
called?
thing, man. It's DJ horn. I don't know. Vuvuzela.
Horns, yes. I'm not above horns.
No one's above horns. I love horns. I've made my career on horns.
Yes, you have.
My career is but a bed of horns.
You and Mark Ronson, well done, you guys. You've really worked those horns.
Yeah,
and possibly Ray Charles. Something like that.
Yeah, he didn't play the trumpet, but he would have been accompanied.
No. So as you did see the Deadline article, which made me feel very industry, fucking loved that article.
Yeah.
You will know that we have moved officially from the BBC into a free-falling land of freedom. For me, I feel like I'm free-falling, but of course this world is well known by everyone. This means we will inhabit TikTok. We will still continue to inhabit Instagram. We will now inhabit YouTube fully.
Yes.
Hence, Jordan's beautiful new space for this new chapter in his new room. And you've done... I'm bloody proud of you. I'm bloody proud of you.
Because I've gone to a new space to try and miss me up.
Yeah, and you've sorted your shot out and you're wearing colourful top for me. You know, I'm sure you wipe your own ass as well.
Yes. No, I felt like, yes, I've got a new space. This is where I'll be working. Not to be too philosophical too early, but one thing I've lived by in my life is having many lives. I feel like I've died at least 100 times in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I really truly do. I've attended my own funeral on several occasions.
Whoa.
No, I'm being serious. I really very much believe. I think we don't talk about death freely enough in society, and two, right now we're talking about a metaphysical one. You know, there's been an end point of a glorious journey that you've predominantly been on, and now I get to be part of a new beginning, a new birth.
Yes.
And that's a really good thing. It's very exciting. New life.
Any beginning of anything I'm very, very into. And also I love the idea of things evolving and changing shape to grow and to become more. And that is what this is all about. Obviously, I'm a scaredy cat and I'm terrified to jump off edges sometimes. And Jordan has, as I said our last episode for the BBC, very much pushed me into this new place of courage. Very much pushed me. But I feel good to have been pushed. I do. I feel like a fucking freedom fighter. So
Look, I've quickly realised that I really love speaking with you, and I felt very, it was a really amazing, again, pre-existing home to kind of step into and share my energy. And I think I just wanted, or I thought it'd be cool to have a space where we collate that energy ourselves. And look, I wanted to post more clips that I wanted to post, all right?
Yeah,
that was really it. I wanted to be able to say the clips.
Yeah.
I wanted to say what I wanted.
Full autonomy and control. Why not?
And I watch YouTube all the time, man. I want to be on YouTube, and it was just we couldn't.
Yeah, we just couldn't, and now we
That
are.
was it. That was all it is, guys. People might not watch it all the time, but I will.
At least you know that you're on it and that you watch it.
I'm on the tube, bro. That's all I
all
want. I'm
we do.
surfing that bad boy. Just to be clear, it's not actually just YouTube either. We can also be seen on Apple and Spotify too.
Isn't that so exciting? Apple and Spotify really moving with the market, aren't they? Fucking hell.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of are the market, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
No, YouTube still intimidates me. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me.
I watch everything on it. I watch it all the time.
Don't get me wrong. I now pay for no adverts, and YouTube is
Premium,
glorious. Yeah. YouTube Premium is actually glorious.
Keats, now we need to stop here because they should be paying us to say this now. That's the new freedom we have. Don't give them no free promo. No free promo. We're paying money for that shit.
Oh my God.
No free promo.
Sorry,
we have to be like guarded now, bruv.
I realised yesterday actually I was watching something that I love called Amanda Land. And I thought, isn't this interesting? Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Sharon Horgan, absolutely. But there is actually, there's a writer that I really wanted to say the name of. Her name's Barranca O'Shaughnessy, and this woman's a genius. And everyone that works on Amanda Land is a genius, because we have to remember this is when Motherland came out. There was, I remember BBC Two trailed, Jordan, this is actually quite interesting. They don't usually do this. They trailed 5 or 6 comedy pilots. 5 or 6 they put on BBC Two and said, what do you like the most? And I imagine what rated best. And Motherland won that race. And then Motherland became what it is now, which is part of the furniture, part of the fabric of the country. It's a huge phenomena in this country. And to say, can we take one character, let's say I'm Amanda, and can we move on and give it a whole new world? She moves to South Harlesden. She no longer lives in Chiswick. Chiswick is our BBC. South Harlesden is our new life. And it's still bloody brilliant. And I care about all the other characters, and I care about the writing, and it still makes me laugh, particularly episode 4 at the opticians. Oh my God, that's the funniest fucking scene I've ever seen. So I just want to say, if you feel worried ever, we're Amanda Land. And I will say that to the audience as well. If you liked Motherland,
that's quite funny. That's a funny analogy.
Yeah, I just want to say, when you watch something evolve, you want to know why. And it's because the writing's still good, because they made the characters still characters you can invest in that are real and raw and funny. They brought Joanna Lumley up more. That might be when Simon Amstel dips in or Louis Theroux dips in to Miss Me. I'm particularly very excited about having more of our world come in to be on Miss Me. And someone said the other day, you want guests? And I was like, no, it's very important. I don't want guests. I want people to come in to the show and be intimate and reveal themselves and be opinionated in a way that they aren't anywhere else.
Okay.
And Sharon Horgan could be one of those people. She's a Miss Me fan.
I love Sharon so much. She's so unbelievably talented. It's actually terrifying.
It is terrifying, her talent. She's a giant of talent.
The productivity that comes from that woman is out of this fucking planet. We almost made something together. I did a guest part in Catastrophe, and I was working on something for years with Sharon, and I think we've kind of it's now settled more into like a kind of infrequent friendship. But whenever I see her, it's nothing but love. And I still think one day we'll do something together, genuinely.
Hello? Why can't she do Miss Me? Let's
get
her to do
like a
Miss Me.
TV show, for fuck's sake. Yes, Miss Me, of course. I'll ask her. She's literally she's so busy.
I know she is.
She might be one of the busiest people I've ever met. I really mean that.
Yeah, I know that, but I think you should text her. I want Sharon Horgan on Miss Me. I'll do Louis Theroux if you do Sharon Horgan.
I mean, I am seeing Louis in like 2 weeks, so I mean that would make more sense. But
actually, you do both, and I'll do some other people. But I am excited about that new part of this journey. I'm very excited about who else will be coming into the world.
You want a holiday? That's what you're trying to say.
No, I don't even want a holiday. I suddenly feel like that we've got this big opportunity for all these people.
You want to make the Miss Me universe?
Speak. Yeah, the Miss Me universe. The Miss Me universe. Not even world.
Is that what we should have put as the handles instead of Miss Me Forever?
Do you want to tell them what the handle is?
So when you're listening, this is either Miss Me Universe, or most probably it's Miss Me.forever. Forever, number 4, and then EVA. Not for Eva, not to be confused. It's forever. And it's done with sensationalized spelling. One, because I think it's cute.
Yeah, me too.
And 2, because I think sometimes, oddly, it's easier to remember. There is science behind that. Many artists, actually, especially rappers, weirdly, like misspell their names. And to that extent, it's actually very easy to remember their names.
Of course,
Tiny Temper,
it makes it stand out in your head. That's
Dizzy
right.
Rascal, DIZZEE.
What about that other short guy? What was he called?
Tinchy Strider.
Tinchy Strider. That was actually.
No, well, actually, both of those were spelt right.
They were spelt right.
The Strider.
And look how forgettable he became.
No, stop. Do not.
That's not fair.
Put a bad word about Tinchy. He is a UK OG. He is an OG.
That's true. Him and Chipmunk definitely hold that.
Who's called Chip now, by the way, and Chip is phenomenal.
So that's what we've done. So that's where we got to, Miss Me Forever, because first thing when we were trying to figure out a name for everything was Miss Me Crew, which I did not like at all.
I liked that, by the way. Just to be clear to everyone listening, Miss Me Crew was cool, and it was inspired by Miquita, so the irony of Miquita being annoyed by it is not lost on me.
Wait, let me just say, the reason I love Miss Me Forever is because that's so good. Like, that's what you want to say to someone that like breaks your heart or fucks you over. Like, you're going to miss me forever. But
no.
Don't miss us forever.
Okay, hold on. That's toxic. I do not recommend people say you're going to miss me forever.
That's not toxic.
During a breakup. What are you talking about?
No, not a breakup. If someone's fucked you over, I think miss me forever is quite comforting. It's like, that person will miss me forever. I have friends that I know will miss me forever that are no longer my friends.
Okay, now I think our handle sounds like an Ariana Grande album.
No.
No, I will not be able to think of anything else other than Ariana Grande being like, miss me that forever.
I think, it does sound like a bit like a Taylor Swift song, doesn't it? You're
miss me
gonna miss
forever.
me forever,
ever. You're
ever.
gonna miss me forever. Yeah,
that's quite good.
We
well, let's hope this goes as well
it.
as Taylor Swift.
No,
so,
yeah.
Well, there you go. Taylor Swift, not necessarily a new beginning, but just someone who has ridden the wave of mediocrity into such incredible heights.
Miquita.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've never been a fan of Taylor Swift. I'm not going to start now. And I think she's got even more dry and even more successful. But that's okay. That's just my observation.
I just don't like that she stepped on Charlie. That's it. That's all it is.
Did she?
Yeah, she stopped at Charlie XX from getting number one. That was annoying.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. We'll talk about Charlie in our conversation about wonderful new beginnings as we step into our own. But first, you want to talk about Sol Campbell.
We're not quite Sol Campbell level, because that was not only like a new beginning, but it was like a serious... There has never been a loyalty shift as dramatic as Sol Campbell in the history of human interaction, I don't think.
Right. So what happened?
But can I just say, I'm pretty sure Sol Campbell's a Tory, and that really pisses me off. So I haven't got too much love for current Sol Campbell. However...
97 Sol Campbell.
In 97, this man, Arsene Wenger, said to the journalists, I've got a revealing at the training ground. Come down. And no one turned up, because it was like no one does anything at the training ground in the middle of the week. And he pulled out Tottenham's best defender to join Arsenal in a shift in allegiance comparable to, like, I can't even... It's Everton, Liverpool, it's Newcastle, Sunderland. This
is a moment that's also shrouded in secrecy, this moment of Sol Campbell, because, of course, there is no internet in 1997, not really.
No.
And so things could stay shrouded in secrecy. Mystery was easy to obtain. Can you imagine mystery being something that was easily obtainable? That feels like the 90s.
Yeah, I mean there's a protective element of not being able to, nowadays with football you get like transfer rumors and stuff, but we probably shouldn't focus too much on football. It's more like the idea that Sol Campbell switched it up and it blew the world up, and there were 4 reporters there to see it, and it blew their little minds. Yeah. But I will, before we move on to other new beginnings, I want to hear from you. I do want to comment on the fact that this is going to go down as one of the worst World Cups that's ever existed, the one that's currently happening right now.
There's so many reasons why, isn't there?
It is absolutely fucking mental what is happening. And yes, anyway, continue.
Yeah, and then maybe we'll add to that. We've got weeks and weeks to talk about.
We've got weeks of this shit, man, and it's getting worse. It's honestly like, and then you kind of watch it for the underdog stories, like Cape Verde drew with Spain, who are like the favourites to win the World Cup, and Cape Verde have about the same population as Bristol or something nuts like that. So it's like, or is that, anyway.
I didn't know that happened. Like Ashanti, Zoe's daughter, is like seeing someone from Cape Verde, so she's been there a lot. So we've been learning about Cape Verde. That place is tiny.
Tiny, yeah. They just drew with the World Cup favourites.
Wow.
It doesn't make any sense. But so those are the stories we'll tie ourselves to. And can I just say, it is hard with football because in terms of like my wish, for there to be some political upheaval, like teams to pull out, nations to push against like this kind of insanity that's happening, right? Like you would want that. But to the same extent, I feel conflicted because we're talking about one of two opportunities in the world to achieve social mobility, right? Football and modelling. There's only two things I can really think of where you can be born into nothing and find a way of getting out just through something you have, like you don't need much to kick a ball around and then you can just pull your family up. Modelling, you might be born with just an incredible bone structure and then you just kind of move.
Change everyone's lives.
Yeah, you can change everyone's lives, right? So it's like, there's probably more, but those are the ones that I think about. So when I think, you have a 10-year lifespan as a professional footballer, you're probably going to 2 World Cups, maybe 3 if you're lucky. The idea that the onus falls on these young men who like have a limited time to kind of support their family for their whole lives, like it's a lot to ask for.
I know, it really is. I could actually talk about footballers and their plight forever, but we have to stay in cultural beginnings. And cultural
beginnings.
One that Jordan brought up the other day, which I just fucking forgot about, which was when the Spice Girls and Channel 5 came together. It was marketing genius.
Yeah.
It was so good that it made you feel that like, I think you thought that Channel 5 was going to be like, I don't know, like HBO meets like MTV or something. But this was marketing genius. There were 5 of them. It was the 5th channel. You got to remember, this was exciting. There was nothing more exciting than this idea of a new channel. And we just didn't get what other people
that's
got.
True. That is true. When you got 4 channels and they're like, we're going to add a 5th channel. I remember being in Neasden, boss, being like, yo, mum, this shit's about to get 1 extra up.
Yeah. Hold the aerial at a different angle.
Hold the aerial, boss. We're about to get 5 channels, bro. Oh my God. Although I do think that around that time, they did have Sky though, no? Like Sky, I didn't have Sky because you had to get that fuck off dish and you had to like get someone to come and wire it into a chimney or whatever.
I think you had cable.
Cable. That's what I mean. I didn't have that. Because I remember going around to mates' houses and being like, oh my God, Cartoon Network. That was like the dream.
Totally.
Oh my God. And I never saw any of that. But then I got Freeview when I was a teenager and I was like, this is lit. E4, lit.
Yeah, God.
You were on that?
I actually wasn't. And people still scream it at me in the street. And I was never on E4.
No, they're saying T4.
No, they go from E4, yeah? And I go,
but that got repeated on it got repeated on E4.
It did.
Yeah, see? You are on E4. I told you.
Fuck you.
E4 was can I just say E4 was actually revolutionary. Like can I
in the early days.
That for me, I remember as a teenager. I think loads and loads of, including Channel 4, have tried to recapture whatever happened in that moment. That's a really good thing of a new beginning. Because I think what they did there was they streamlined the shows that had been doing quite well on Channel 4 and pushed it to an audience that was slightly younger, and it like defined the generation. Like
it's
Skins,
true.
Misfits, like
Popwell was on E4.
Yes, it was like,
sorry, I was on E4. I don't know what I'm talking about. We started on E4.
And it was like, that's all I watched. It was an E4, and obviously you had Friends and you had like Simpsons and the normal stuff too. But I remember just, dude, when Misfits, like obviously shout out Skins, but when Misfits season 1 started, the chemistry in my body changed.
Do you know what? The thing is though, I would like to be aligned with the beginning of E4. That's the kind of cultural new beginning we're looking at here. But what E4's become now, I'm sorry to be a Debbie Downer today, but it's just a lot of American bought shows. It doesn't feel like they're creating anymore like they were. We were talking about Miley Cyrus, which was quite interesting because you thought Wrecking Ball was her new beginning, and I put you in your place and told you it was actually the K-party.
Yeah, but no one remembers that. No one's remembering that song.
I put
Like,
it
sorry,
on
they remember
and
the
me
song.
and my assistant sang along.
We
She knew every
can't
word.
stop. Yeah, okay. I remember the song, but the image. If you're talking about Miley Cyrus Rebirth, you're looking at her swinging on a wrecking ball. You 100% are.
Actually, now this is something else. Now this is interesting. This is something to dissect. We Can't Stop was her rebirth. The wrecking ball was what it becomes when it, what's it called when it literally like heats up and turns into something else. That's like, it's becoming, like, I can't explain it. It's like, let's say early Miss Me, right? The bus campaign, the We're Here with Miss Me, that's We Can't Stop. But it becoming a hit and loved is the wrecking ball moment.
Okay.
What is it called, Nat? Like when something crystallizes, thank you!
Crystallizes.
Thank you.
But this is a really good time for me to say one of my favourite phrases. Did we even say it in an idioms episode on Listen Bitch? I don't think we did.
Is it a Joey phrase?
No, it's not. It's just a general one, which I remember hearing from Scroobius Pip back in the day. He put it in a rap where it's like, early bird gets the worm, second mouse gets the cheese.
Okay, but what does that mean?
It means that one of the best and most intelligent things you can do as a creative is look at other creatives and see where they went wrong. Second mouse gets the cheese means the first one got hit by the mouse trap and the second one just kind of ate it because the first one got hit.
You know what it is? It's Rafiki, Lion King.
What?
Yeah, it is. Get ready. So Rafiki is talking about change is good, and Simba goes, yeah, but it's not easy. And then out of nowhere, Rafiki hits him around the head with his stick, and Simba's like, what did you do that for? And he says, it doesn't matter. It's in the past. And he says, yeah, but it still hurt. And he goes, yeah, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it.
And then
he goes to hit him again and Simba ducks. And he says, boom. You see? And if Rafiki's not one of the greatest teachers of all time, I don't know who fucking is.
Can I just say, as just as a slight addition to that, I am not a fan of musical theatre, right?
Yes, we know.
I did go to see Lion King for the anniversary or something. I got tickets and unbelievable. They did one song with all the Rafikis of all the Lion Kings in the major cities singing at once.
Oh my God, multiple
Rafikis. And like the London one, easily the most incredible singer I'd seen on stage. Like genuinely fucking phenomenal. That blew me away. I don't even like musicals.
And with that, we will go to a break with Rafiki's lesson in our hearts. We will go to a bloody break in this new land of freedom.
Welcome back. We just did a break. That was cool.
Welcome back to New Miss Me, the New Miss Me era, yeah?
Yeah.
New Miss Me. I am in a deep milestone-y place at the moment. So this is milestone-y, moving into this world of freedom and advertising.
Yeah.
And
you like getting milestoned, don't you?
Well, I literally feel like I've been milestoned, as in to be stoned with people's milestones.
Yeah.
I had, in the last 2 weeks, I had a hen baby shower, a baby shower, a 40th birthday dinner, and a wedding.
Whoa.
It's just been like, woo!
That's a lot.
With all people I really love and are very close to me. So it's like been deep and emotional and beautiful and amazing. Like Iona got married. It was amazing. She got married in Ladbroke Grove, the most Ladbroke Grove wedding I've ever been to in my life.
Really?
Eliza sang.
Wow. This is a good time for me to say that's going to be my addition to the Miss Me library, which is a Patreon thing.
Oh yeah. Should we talk about Patreon? Our new friend Patreon.
Well, yes, there will be opportunity for paid subscribers to Miss Me. This is obviously now we're not relying on taxpayers. It's a direct-to-consumer situation. And in order to obviously create additional benefits and like incentivize people to support the show, we're going to be like creating like a Miss Me cultural library where we're going to be talking more amongst other things, by the way. There's many other opportunities which you'll see once you go on the Miss Me Patreon. I think, would it be called Miss.Forever?
Say it. You know what you want to call it.
Yeah,
you know what you want to call it. You want to call it Miss Moi.
Oh, yeah.
This is all happening in the future. This is all happening over the next few weeks. We're just settling in, getting our feet a bit wet, adding things by the day.
No, but I think people by now people understand. I think those who are fans of podcasts, fans of YouTube shows and whatever, you understand the kind of framework of how to make sure that it's supported, make sure that we can like give, you know. So it's like a transactional thing. And one of the things we want to do is offer people some kind of like cultural stuff, cultural insight, not insight that we know, but like our offerings, what we enjoy, what we love, and we can form that community.
And I think there is an element to Miss Me sort of having become the greatest school that I never attended.
And also we're going to continue to educate Miquita because she has no qualifications.
No, that's not what I mean. And I actually have one GCSE, thank you.
What is it?
It's English literature.
Yes, go you. What'd you get?
I think I got a C, which is not fucking mirroring
That's not
my
a failure.
ability.
That's not a failure.
Yeah, but it doesn't mirror my ability. I was stoned and I wasn't in school, okay?
That's such a surprise that you were stoned.
I know.
That's really surreal.
Crazy youth. But I like this idea of this library because I do think that I've learned so much since doing Miss V. So much. I can't even tell you, actually. I learned so much from our audience. I learned so much from what we discover. And I feel like we teach people stuff or we learn about stuff all together. Together.
So I don't think we teach, but like... Yeah.
No, I think we could be. We are. I think there is teachings in Miss Me for sure. From you to me, from you to me. And me to you.
Me to you, yeah. Chuckle Brothers, let's go.
Exactly, like the Chuckle Brothers. And I love this idea that if we were a school, the best school you've ever been to, then we're now building a school library. And I've been part of I do a lot of skipping with schools, with ropes and stuff. And actually there is always this whole we're saving up for a new library. So we are building a new library for our school. And we're going to fill it with documentaries that you might want to watch or books that you want to read. I spend my life asking everyone, do you know any good things I can watch? I'm always running out of things to watch. And I watch very obscure documentaries. So the fact that I have a library to place them all in for other people to enjoy, that's my dream.
It's really cool. I've got a friend called Jake who did a really, really cool, he took over a space in East London. I wish I could remember the name. And he did one night I went to where everyone played backgammon. And in this space, he had a library bookshelf and you could search by the name of the contributor. So basically, he had basically reached out to people that he found inspiring, and then they would pick a book to put in the library, and then you would basically search it by the person.
So you'd be like, I want to know what books Lily Allen has recommended.
Or what book she's put in this library, and then there'll be a brief explanation,
That's so good. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do, Jordan. We'll ask all of our family and friends and acquaintances from Louis Theroux to Lily Allen to add things to the library. That's good.
Yeah, that's a cool idea. I do think you're mildly obsessed with Louis Theroux, but we can deal with that another time. You mentioned him a lot.
Do you know what? I had 10 years of whenever I had to mention someone that was a bit famous, I would say Kano. I think he's my new Kano.
Oh, your new Kano's a G.
The one name that comes to me. Yes, Kano can add to the library as well. There you go. Not just Louis Theroux, possibly Kano.
You ever met Kano?
I would love that. Yeah, he was at Iona's wedding. But to have one in Ladbroke Grove, it literally went from the street I grew up in, a beautiful restaurant called Dorian, which is just the best restaurant in London. And then we walked 4 streets up, all of us as a group. And the sun came out on a day that it said it would rain all day. And we went just down the road to Westbourne Park to an old place called The Oak that we all used to party in as teenagers. And it was just a really special kind of wedding. There was something about it being local and people not have had to travel. You know, people love a destination wedding and I get it. But if you can just go down to Ladbroke Grove... get married. It's really quite pure and beautiful. And I introduced Eliza, actually. And I said, tell me if you think this is right. I said, I talked about love and what it means and how beautiful it is to see your two friends really, really fucking find love and really hold each other in that. And then I said that we have a friend whose voice sounds like falling in love. I think Eliza sounds like what love sounds like.
She's an incredible singer, but we'll save that for Patreon. I want to talk about the moment. Because
I think that ties into this new beginnings thing, because the moment for Charlie XCX, the moment she had was not a fucking new beginning.
It was not.
Sorry. It was a new beginning, but it's not her origin. It's not her genesis.
One of the first lines in the film, for those who don't know, The Moment is the name of Charlie XCX's film based off of the like astronomical heights of Brat Summer. And one of the first lines in the film is Charlie XCX is the opposite of an overnight success, which is true.
Yeah.
Which is true. Like, Charlie got signed at like 14 years old. I remember touring Australia with her Parklife Festival. She must have been like 18. She must have been 18 or 19, yeah. And I think we were like 22.
And what did she sound like then? What were the tunes like then?
She was like, it was more like trashy, like electronic trashy vibes. Like what she had a little moment. Yeah. No, it was. No, she hasn't had. She's not like Lola Young or I don't know. I think Mahalia kind of had like a big shift into R&B and stuff like that. I'm talking about people who were signed young and like reinvented themselves. Or actually, Eliza completely reinvented herself. Charlie, I don't think actually reinvented herself. I think she had a kind of like trashy electro sound, and then I think just tripled down on it, unapologetically. And also remember she had that song with I can't remember what they're called. I don't care.
Oh yeah,
I love it. And that was a while ago. Icona Pop, is it Icona Pop? And that was her vibe. Even back then, it was like indie adjacent electro vibe, right? And then basically her blow up, unless I've got this wrong, was she did the chorus for Fancy with Iggy Azalea, and Charlie would have been writing top lines. She would have been going into stuff with producers, and you kind of put down an idea and you send it out into the void, and you see if anyone picks up on it. And it was just as big, if not bigger, for Iggy Azalea than it was for Charlie.
Let's keep it real. Put her into America. Let's say what we're talking about here: grafting. And continuing to believe in your shit.
She's had her moment almost probably 15 years after starting.
Yeah, wow.
No, genuinely.
You've really got to believe in yourself. You really do.
We said that on Miss Me, actually. Like I said that in one of the earlier guest episodes. It was like last year and the year before was a real game-changing testament, not only to women in pop music, not being continuously judged for not being new or young or whatever young even means, because they're all fucking young. Yeah. Is like, Sabrina Carpenter, that's like a 6th album. Charlie's like a 6th album. Like, who's the one about the horse?
Is Sabrina, is it her 6th? Was that her?
Yeah, Sabrina Carpenter's been around for ages. She's like Disney Club.
She hasn't. Oh my God, I had no idea.
And then what's the other one? Who's the other one? Chapel Roan. That Pink Pony Club was out. That was out for. No, what do you mean Lily? Lily was straight away.
Part of this. No, but Lily's part of this whole this is Lily's 5th album, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's different because Lily's was big off her first album. I'm trying to say these people were not. This was their first moment. This is their first full on. Charlie was beneath the boil for a long time. She was there. She was selling out shows. She was making dope songs. She was collaborating with dope artists, but she was never boom off the back of Fancy. Look, Sabrina's on 7 albums. Sabrina Carpenter is on 7 albums. That's what I'm trying to say.
So no,
she's not 20. She's not 25.
She not?
No.
Oh my God.
She's 27, to be fair. She's 27.
Fine. So she basically did 4 bad Disney albums in her
It wasn't bad. You don't know because you never listened to them. Okay. No, I'm just saying but my point is, it's testament to graft.
Yeah, it's graft, absolutely. And we should really talk about this idea of having a moment, right?
Yeah.
So what the greatest thing that Charlie does is to say it in this film, to say, yes, this moment is ridiculous, overwhelming, and it would be churlish to believe that this could happen again. That is probably the most powerful thing you can do in said moment, to be like, I know this is probably a one-off, right? But if you've
she wants it. She wants it to be. I think that's what's even more powerful about it.
Right, she wants it to be a one-off.
What she's saying in the film, which is a hard relate, by the way, for anybody who's been in the pop industry, but they are trying to make the moment carry on. That's the whole thing. The label, the people with money, they want Brat to be forever. They want Brat to never die. Whereas she wants it to die. And that's why I think probably the most, the character that's I think people are drawn to is the creative director. I think she's called Celeste or something.
What, the girl from the drama?
The angel on the shoulder. Yeah, like the antagonist and protagonist is her original creative director, and the antagonist is who Alexander Skarsgård played so well, by the way. It's hilarious.
Yeah, he played a real dickhead really well.
Yeah. So like they had that kind of like playoff. But the original creative director is saying that, you know, like we should be the ones who make it end. We are the ones who choose to bring something to an end, because then
it's much more powerful than the world telling you it's over.
Yes, exactly.
Own it
exactly
before. That's so good.
Yeah.
But also,
and then she doesn't, by the way, which is what's funny about the film. She in the film, in real life she did that, but in the film she imagines what would have happened if she didn't. That's what's so good about it.
That's very good. That's very good. God, she's smart. But she's not just smart, she's just telling the fucking truth. And I think there's something quite intense about having a moment, right? Yeah. I've been very lucky to have some in my career. And nothing like Charlie XCX, obviously. But I wonder how much one can enjoy a moment without worrying about when it leaves, without worrying about when it turns, without worrying about how to achieve it. Like, for instance, like when Kanye and Jay said, watch The Crown, it was like, Throne. Throne. Exactly. The throne. Exactly. It's like, you're not even hanging out being a king. You're too busy watching who's coming for your throne. That's not enjoying your moment. And I have a few people around me, like, like Tyrone Le Bon, whose family, big, huge photographer, right? Like, respected, makes a lot of money, can say yes and no to whatever he wants, works with a huge team, looks after them, has houses all around the world, well known, not famous. What a career. He has the best life, I think. Also, like someone like Cleo Sol, she's had these sort of steadying moments, but she hasn't had, let's say, a Charlie XCX moment. So she's got nothing to try and clamber back to, as it were. I think I would rather a steady, peaceful, successful life rather than a huge moment that I'm worried about trying to make.
I reckon I've got a lyric on a song that's not out yet, actually. But I will also, just as a side note, Rizzlekick's new single out, Living a Dream. I can say that now. That's jokes. It's a banger.
That is not on due prominence
which is a hobby
anymore.
Now. But listen, it's like, yeah, exactly. And I think, you know, I love making Rizzlekick's music just to like working with Harley. But in terms of the industry, like whatever, I just put the music out because people might enjoy it. But there's a lyric on a song that's not out yet where I say I gave up the sprint to win the marathon. And that's how I look at my career, is that, you know, I was like, well, it wasn't overnight because I was working my little ass off about 3 years, but like it was an explosion with Rizzlekicks. It happened instantly, and we were just as shocked as the public. And that, I would say, measured up against artists that I've seen move up in a kind of crescendo-esque kind of like long marathon vibe, I think the marathon, which I managed to carve out, I guess, in a different way for me personally, I think that is where people should head. I think like an explosion or rushing or like it can be a lot, and I don't think you've like you have to weather the storms, but we created our own storm. One thing I will say we did do in terms of just as a parallel to the film is, you know, we walked away on our own terms.
I think it's very important, no matter where you are, what you're doing, to just be excellent. So we will strive to be excellent for you, for ourselves, and for the world as Miss Me continues on its great journey through life. That's a lovely place to end it. And I think on a usual show where people aren't battling with some forms of neurodivergence, they would end it there. But I just need to quickly say before I forget that can I just say, in the moment, Kylie Jenner, did you watch it? I did. She is very good. Is it right? I'm not going mad. No, she's very good. But it's spun. Maybe she's been studying her boyfriend. Maybe she's been. Dude. Okay, I'm so thankful you said that, because I would have been so prepared. Why? I don't even fuck with the Kardashians like that or the Jenners. I wouldn't have said that. Do you know what she was? She was so natural, Miquita. It rattled me. She was calm. But like, so there's videos of actors. Yeah, there's like Michael Caine, whoever, like talking about like really tiny things in how actors portray themselves, right? Tiny things that you just take for granted because, you know, there's so many amazing actors that we watch on screen and we just think, oh yeah, that's normal. It's not normal. When you see somebody who struggles to act, like there's identifying factors in it. There's like, you can see when someone struggles to improv, you can see that they can't maintain eye contact. Sometimes people blink. You're noticing them too much, Sometimes people blink a lot. Yeah, because your eyes are with cameras, right? So when you see actors who do like big gravitas scenes, you'll watch how their eyes are, and they are
they just stick. In soaps, for example, people do this thing where they look between eyes. So like in emotional moments, they look, you see their eyes scanning either eye. Whereas I think dramatic Hollywood actors would just look at a single eye and just stay and focus, and you're just in. But what she did, which was so wild, was I literally believed that she was reacting in that moment as if she was just talking, which is fucking hard to do. It wasn't like she was reading lines. It was like she was just responding.
Kylie Jenner is the new Ralph Fiennes.
I genuinely listen. People joked about Ariana Grande in Wicked, right? And she did it, and people were like, "What the fuck?" Like that's not.
She was quite good, yeah.
Yeah, but I think Kylie's like that. I'm just gonna say it. I don't even fucking like these people, and I think sorry, that's mean, but I don't care about any of that shit. I don't care about the world, and I think she's actually got a real career.
In her Vanity Fair article, she says that acting is very much what she wants to do next. So let's get ready for her
new beginning,
one-man show on Broadway of Hedda.
A Streetcar Named Desire.
Watch out. Kylie Jenner on Broadway soon. Well, thank you, Jordan, and thank you for making me step into freedom. I like the way it feels out here. I like it.
Don't put too much pressure on me because, it's early days. It's just an idea. Don't put this all on me, all right? It was a mutual decision.
Jordan, there's absolutely nothing that I would want more than to evolve and move and grow. That's all I'm here to do in the world. Regardless of this podcast.
Regardless of this fucking podcast, lads.
Do you know what I'm saying? Let's just grow together, everyone.
Let's grow.
Continue to grow. I love you. I'll see you for Listen Bitch. That's
Bye.
Still here. Thanks for listening to Miss Me. This is a Persephonica show.